Government Shutdown Survival Guide for Federal Employees and Their Legal Rights and Their Cases, or if you have a case against the federal government. The reason I won't really get too much into what a government shutdown is because if you are a federal employee and you've been through a government shutdown and you started missing a paycheck, it's already affected you. You already know what it is because you lived through the nonsense. Really, a government shutdown is a pure dysfunction of the government. I'm going to just answer from a lawyer's perspective a few legal points and answer some questions here. Point one, can I be fired during a shutdown? A furlough is not a firing. Temporary, unpaid, non-duty status because your agency literally cannot pay you to work. It's a pause, not a termination. Agencies can't just start firing people either just because of a shutdown. The only exceptions are actions that are already underway or necessary to protect agency operations or property. A shutdown can pause your paycheck, but it can't cancel your civil service protections. Point two, will I get back pay? Under the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act of 2019, federal employees furloughed during a shutdown must receive back pay once the government funding resumes. It's not optional. Congress passed this law after a 2018-2019 shutdown to make sure employees aren't punished because of political gridlock. So when you hear rumors that, oh, I may not get back pay, that's just political noise, in all likelihood, not political fact. The only thing that's uncertain is when the check arrives, not if. The pay system really can't process anything until Congress passes a funding bill. But once it does, the law does require back pay for every furloughed day. Number three, what if I'm fired during a shutdown? If you receive a removal proposal or a decision during a shutdown, your rights don't disappear. You still have the right to respond, appeal, pursue remedies through the Merit Systems Protection Board if you're a federal employee, or the EEOC once those operations resume for discrimination cases. Those rights, they don't disappear because they are statutory. They don't vanish just because Congress couldn't agree on a budget. Shutdown or not, no one can take away your due process. The system might move slower, but it still works. Point four, what happens to the EEOC, MSPB, and court deadlines? When it comes to civil actions in federal court, a lot of them already stocked up some reserve funds from filing fees and contingency funding. Some courts will issue orders, though, that if you are suing the federal government, then those cases are going to be paused because those agencies are not working and neither are their attorneys. For federal sector employees as well, the EEOC, the MSPB, they shut down too. That means that any hearings and deadlines and case processing are paused until those agencies reopen. You should always check the official website for updated announcements, especially when it comes to deadlines. For your attorney, this pause can actually be very useful. It allows time to catch up on drafting, organizing exhibits, preparing filing so that when the agencies reopen, everything's ready to go. Take advantage of this downtime with your attorney to prepare your case without the pressure of deadlines because, in my experience, once the federal government does reopen, so do the judges and so do their orders, which come flooding in with deadlines, reset court dates, reset deadlines. So why wouldn't you be prepared for that? Go ahead and have things ready, especially if you already had projects that were deadline sensitive before the shutdown. Get those projects done with your attorney. Proactively work your case. Good attorneys should always be proactively working their cases. So that's for you attorneys out there that are new. Always be proactive when it comes to case preparation. Don't be reactive. You know what the next moves are. You anticipate moves. Work fairly for your clients, new attorneys. Point five, when does it end? Shutdowns don't last forever. The pressure builds. It builds kind of quickly, right? People stop getting paid, public services slow down, and the public notices. That pressure usually forces Congress to pass either a continuing resolution, which is a temporary funding patch that keeps agencies running for a set period, or a full appropriations bill, which restores full year funding, the actual functional thing to do. Either way, once that happens, agencies reopen, employees return to duty, and back pay is processed. End of dysfunction, or at least that part of the government's dysfunction.